So this is a syllabus review for MH110OLA for the spring semester 2023. Basically, this is just going to go over how you're graded in the course and how the course is set up. So the first stuff here, the name of the course is in college algebra. MH110OLA means it's a completely online course. I am on campus quite a bit. I'm teaching Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this semester. If you are on campus and want math help, there'll be days that I'm available. I'm still working on exactly where I can host my office hours, but I should be available from 10:15 to 12:15 on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. And then on Wednesday afternoons, there's going to be a dedicated algebra math lab, which takes place from 12:15 to 3. I have another course that I teach in the afternoon, but I should be there for the start of that, and there's algebra tutors who will be available at that as well. As far as required student resources, if you paid your tuition, then you paid to have a Cengage Unlimited subscription that's included with your tuition, so you already have access to all the online materials that you'll need. If you really want a copy of the physical book, you can order it through Cengage. I think it costs less than $20 to print it. That might have gone up with inflation, but basically once you are inside your Cengage Unlimited account, there's a way to order a print copy of the book if you would like it. I don't recommend that you do that. I think that everything that you need will be provided online. I do recommend that you get a calculator, specifically this TI-30X2S. The reason I recommend this specific one is because it costs about $15. Again, with inflation, it might be a little more now, but definitely under $20. And it's one that you can use for statistics as well because it has some higher end functions. You can definitely get away with a computer calculator or probably a lower end calculator for this class. You just want to make sure it has a square root function and a to the power of function. This just goes over what we're going to learn throughout the course. Here it talks about how you're going to be assessed. So Cengage online homework is 30% of your grade. Those are going to be lessons that are due every Sunday night, which go along with the video lectures that are in the modules. So 30% of your grade it's probably about 5 assignments per unit, so maybe like 25 total assignments. I will extend any of those assignments if you need extra time on them, but I won't extend beyond the day of the test on the material because I really want you to go over and practice, particularly in the way that the material is going to be asked in the online test prior to the week of the test and taking the test. So if you fall a little behind, it's not a problem. You can catch up, but where I can't move things is test dates. You absolutely have to take the test by the date of the test. Math journals, each unit, basically, this is a chance for you to answer some more analytical questions about what's going on in the class. There aren't wrong answers other than not answering the question. So I have taken points off for these for students who left things blank or who didn't answer the question that was asked. But in general, as long as you make an honest attempt to do the problem as asked, even if you get it wrong, you'll still get full credit for these math journal assignments. If you hand something in late, it takes off 1% per day late. So it's still definitely worth doing, even if you forget to do it by the deadline. Basically, there'll be 5 of these, one for each unit in the class, and it'll come after you've already done the lessons, where it'll ask questions applying what you've learned from the lessons to problems that are a little different than the ones that are in the unit. Tests are the most important part of the class. They're worth 40% of your grade. Basically, each unit ends with a test. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, worth 8% each. And there's always going to be a sample test that looks exactly like the real test. I say looks exactly like the real test. It's not word for word exactly the same, but it has the same number of questions. In general, my goal is for question number 5 on the sample test to be the same difficulty as question 5 on the real test and to deal with the same subject as question 5. So even though the sample tests are not graded, students who take the sample test seriously definitely do better on the real tests. The other nice thing about the sample test is you can send me ask your teacher questions during the sample tests that I can give you direct responses to what went wrong, how you need to do those types of problems, things that I can't answer once you've started the real test. If you send me questions during the real test, I won't be able to help you. But if you go work on the sample test and then send me questions from that, I will be able to help you so that you'll be ready when it comes time to take the real. There's a final exam to the class. It's worth 20% of your grade. One thing I need to warn you is that while the rest of the class, everything is due on Sundays, the final exam is due on a Friday night because that's the day that the semester ends and that the course closes. There's no extensions on it. I've had students miss it in the past. When a student's missed it, I've made them come in and physically take a different version of a final exam from my written course because I literally don't have another option. Must take the final exam by its due date. For you guys, I believe it's Friday, the 28th of April, the final exam. So here it is all laid out, what the percentages are for your grade, bring you to 100% total. This is the just general grading scale that's used throughout Banner. I take attendance based on having done the assignments that are due by Sunday. So, done that week's assignments, I mark you present. If you haven't completed those assignments for that week, then I mark you absent. Everything is laid out on this calendar at the bottom. It tells you what web assigned homework's due by what time, and it tells you if there's any math journal or other quizzes that are due. So the other column I should mention here, this ungraded problems for practice. Basically, before we went to an all online system, I did have textbook problems that I assigned. So you can still look these up in the ebook, which is free and linkable through the Cengage account. So, and still, if you want extra problems to do, like with a tutor or just in general to practice on your own, I listed what I used to assign for homework, which goes along with the questions. For the most part, students do not need this column at all, but I figured I might as well leave it there because I do have students occasionally who ask me, hey, on certain topics. Again, everything is laid out here day by day, or really week by week, what we're doing in the course. It includes the breaks, and you can look ahead to see when the test dates are. If there's any questions on any of these, definitely email me, and I will try and figure out any way I can to help. Thanks for watching, and please keep watching.